Gotcha. All right, doesn't look too.
This story begins the way all great stories do, with an empty pocket and a crazy idea. That's me, Zane Jareski. I'm a writer. But not this type of writer.
More like the type with a newsletter that his mom and some of her friends read.
I travel the world on a shoestring budget, learning whatever I can from wherever I am. That's what I write about. And if I'm not writing, I'm making videos. I walked 1,000 miles across the Balkans. It wasn't like the Camino de Santiago or the Appalachian Trail, mainly because there was no trail. But eventually, that shoestring budget dwindled down to threads, and I got stuck here. That's when the crazy idea struck. Kazakhstan was about to host the World Nomad Games. 2,000 athletes from 90 countries would compete in ancient nomadic sports like archery, falconry, and horseback wrestling. It was the Olympics of Central Asia. Gritty, unfiltered, and invisible to the Western world. If I could get there in time to cover it, it might just be my lucky break. But I had problems. 3 problems. I didn't have any money, so I did what any desperate writer would.
I need your help.
I begged my readers to sponsor the trip. Surprisingly, it worked. But even with the money, I couldn't get in. Tickets were sold out. So I told the games that I was making a documentary for Red Bull and that I needed media passes.
Let's just listen to what she says.
Surprisingly, that worked. Of course, I didn't actually have anyone to film a documentary.
But then I met an American cameraman with kahunas the size of church bells. And his name was Red Bull Charlie.
I am not affiliated with Red Bull at all.
But he did have serious grit, because the first time we talked, he said this.
сыйлауға және үлкенден бөлінбеген асы. Қонақ асы тәңір ақысы, қонақ ақысын тәңір жегізер деген аталы сөздер бар. Көтермекші. Отбасы құрмақшы.
But wait, to tell the story properly, I need to come clean. I didn't go to Kazakhstan for horse milk and sports. I went there for treasure. An ancient legend speaks of 7 treasures hidden deep within the lands. Locals call them the Zheti Kazna, and say that whoever can claim them all will hold the keys to unrivaled fortune and power. What they don't mention is how tight security would be. But with a media pass in hand, I could slip in like a bandit, under the guise of, dare I say it, an influencer, secretly in search of the 7 treasures of Kazakhstan.
Gift.
Okay.
Wear it usual
Just
as
like
a
this.
present and gift from our Kazakh people. Be happy and live on. Be happy. Live
We're in.
Life on the Great Steppe. Harsh, savage, and strangely alluring. It was from these vast grasslands that some of the most feared empires emerged. The Scythians, Huns, and of course, Genghis Khan and the Mongols. While separated by centuries, these warriors all shared one distinct trait: master horsemanship. Some speculate that it was early encounters with this new breed of warrior coming from the east that sparked the myths of what the Greeks described as a fearsome beast, half man, half horse. You see, riding wasn't just a hobby for the nomads. It was a means of survival, a way of life. They traveled with their horses, went to war on their horses, and tossed around goats on their horses.
We are fumbling the goat carcass. Come on, boys, get in there.
I caught wind that the first treasure was somewhere in this arena. The trail was hot, but they weren't making it easy.
We're officially getting kicked off the field. You know, on the sidelines here, this is not football, ladies and gentlemen. This is more like a rugby on top of horses than using the carcass of a goat instead of a ball.
Typically, we'd be seeing a real goat carcass fly through the air, but to keep things PG for the international viewers this year, the committee decided to modernize.
This is extremely heavy. Way heavier than they look.
You know, it's not so much the horses that are different, but it's the environment in which you're riding them. Okay, Coke Bar and Coke Brew are violent games.
Aren't these games, like Charlie and I are looking around, these, we got archery, falconry, the Coke Boru, like these are basically proxies for battle. Is that right?
Right. So it's like the game is 3,000 years old. There's like pictographs in Kurdistan that display the game. It's older than Buddhism, or it's not older than Buddhism, it's older than Christianity, it's older than Islam, and it's been a training ground for like cavalries of the Eurasian steppe for a long time. It's like how nomadic communities would choose their leaders.
Yeah.
You know, it's like been a test of strength and intelligence and horsemanship for like a lot longer than a lot of things. So this is right. It's like combat, you know, and it feels like it when you're out there. There's nothing like it. It is so dangerous. It is so dangerous. You have to be so careful.
We got a player down. He's getting dragged.
Will isn't the only cowboy far away from home. There's a whole posse of them, all with rather eccentric backgrounds.
So you've been salvage diving, skiing as a job, professional fighter. Any other?
I was
Anything else crazy on the resume?
I was a test driver for McLaren.
Of course.
I've been an animal wrangler for a wildlife production company for predatory species, for wolves, sharks, things like that. So I was their scout locator and their animal tracker, and kind of in the jungle and shit like that.
I do horseshoeing and I do glass blowing. There are people in and out to make a glass eye. You know, yeah, that's a fun.
Have you ever made a glass eye?
A bunch of them. Yeah. But you know, generally when people are missing an eye, they know what the measurement is. You know, you don't have to ask them like, "Hey, could you measure that?" And they go, "Oh shit, never thought about that." You know, I mean, they know. Their doctors told them. You know.
Got some auditions for some stunt work.
Okay.
So I'm going to do some stunts, and I really want to do. My next goal is I really want to be a stuntman here in Asia.
Stuntman in Asia. Okay.
I just want to be the stereotypical white man that they kill on all the films.
Yeah. Well, you got the mustache for it.
I think I could be the guy. So
You can be the guy.
I want to do some stunts, and I'm going to start doing a bunch of skydiving again. That was my other thing.
A Coke Boru isn't exactly what the Americans grew up playing in their backyards. I have a feeling we're going to be okay.
Yourself, you will. It's all mental, right?
Besides, this is basically like rodeo, isn't it?
So, we officially moved the goal for the goat. They're grading the field now, smoothing things out. I checked out all angles of the goal. It looks fair. We're up for a fair game. I saw a little head start on the Kazakh team. I don't know if that's legal. There we go. Boom, good defense. We've got it. Oh, Kazakhs splitting the difference. A lot of sweaty horses. The whips are cracking. Oh! 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 Come on! No. We're setting up a defense. He's going right down the middle. Come on! Somebody get in there. Oh! That's a miss! Damn. Damn. What are you clapping for? That's not us. Come, get out of here with that.
Breathing heavy.
Here we go, boys! Damn it. And there goes our horse. We have lost our horse. Cut him off, cut him off. There we go, there we go. Juke step. You juked him. Juked him.
A lot easier. Yeah, because like it's like imagine. Okay, you grab a hold of that leg, it comes up, and it's stiff. It's yeah.
The real goat's flexible. Everything moves. All the tendons are still soft.
Well, like think, say you grab it and you get to about here, it's touching the ground and the weight is still on the ground. Whereas that thing, it's like as soon as you grab a hold of it, you're carrying the whole weight.
Or like even dropping it in the ring didn't feel the same because it bounces like a ball.
Our American horses certainly could not do this. I do not believe the horse had any effect on the result of the game. I think the results of the game were that we do not play this game regularly, and the Kazakhs have been playing this game since birth.
Are you okay?
Hell yeah, I'm okay.
Можно
interview? Sure.
No,
Send it. What's up? She can do it while she's fixing me. You don't. That's good. That's good.
Well, it's all right. You're good.
Cool.
You want to try it? Or you want?
Жалпы аударыспаққа келді ғой енді. Аударыспаққа деген ниеті қалай? Қазіргі таңда дайындығы қалай? Или күресіп көрді ме?
So you came to Alderspec as well? Yeah, wrestling today.
Yes, I do the horseback wrestling as well. Yes.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Part of the game.
It's part of the game. Yep. It's looking good. I wouldn't touch it. Just let it be.
Fucking love this shit. It's so much fucking fun.
Oh.
Just came to watch us.
Maybe it's not like rodeo after all, but hey, at least we are able to get a close look at the first of Kazakhstan's 7 treasures. It was tough luck for most of the Americans.
Hello, how you doing?
How are you feeling?
But not all of them.
Pleasure to meet you.
Okay, we're in the middle of it now. We found the loveliest ladies. And okay, here we are. Okay.
Believed to bring harmony and peace to the family, a beautiful woman is the second treasure of Kazakhstan.
Beautiful women, okay. So who's single here?
And what do we have here? dogs, cats, emotional support rodents. If it can be bought at PetSmart, belongs on a lunch menu for these raptors. Born out of necessity on the barren flatlands of the steppe, nomads began molding birds of prey into hunting partners roughly 4,000 years ago. I have been involved in this business since I was 20 years old. These birds can spot a rabbit from 44 football fields away, about 3 miles. That's why falconers use blinding hoods. Without them, the bird might panic. And you don't want something with 3-inch meat hooks for toes losing its cool. Charlie liked the Eurasian goshawk. Gos comes from the Old English word for goose, so you can guess what these hawks are famous for killing. But perhaps you're looking for something with a bit more oomph. In that case, allow me to introduce you to the third treasure of Kazakhstan. The golden eagle is the fastest eagle in the world. Reaching dive speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, it's been known to kill anything from a small rabbit to an adult wolf. When it comes to treasure hunting, the first rule is to look where others are not. Alright, here we are. 7 of 1. The treasures of Kazakhstan. Though they seem gentle, this treasure also kills wolves. But a major difference is, it's worth more than a golden eagle. A lot more. With lineage stretching back 3,000 years, the Kazakh Taze is one of the oldest and purest dog breeds in the world. In the 17th century, the ruler Toke Khan established 7 charters to help unify the nomadic tribes across Kazakhstan. In these laws, he proclaimed that one good Taze could replace a bride's dowry of nearly 50 horses. Even today, it's considered disrespectful to refer to them simply as dogs. As elite hunters and loyal companions, the Kazakh Taze holds a place of honor among the 7 treasures. It's been a weird week. Millennia-old nomadic sports are being hosted here in Astana, a city that feels more like a concept than a place, gleaming, geometric, and oddly out of sync with its surroundings. That's probably because the majority of what we're seeing here was raised out of the dirt in the last 30 years. But the contrast between new and old isn't always so black and white. Man and machine, technology and tradition. These games emphasize what is already so obvious in the world today: a never-ending push and pull between past and future. The tension created is the confusing, unpredictable, but never boring present moment. Scenes like this make you wonder how long ago the Kazakhs were actually nomads. The answer is probably more recently than you think. In the 1920s, 77% of the population here was still nomadic or semi-nomadic, meaning things like seasonal migration and herding were completely normal. But in just a few short years, that would all change. The year is 1925. under Stalin in the Soviet Union, a hardline Bolshevik named Filip Goloshokin is appointed head of Kazakhstan. His job? End private land ownership and collectivize agriculture. In doing so, he would reshape the region brutally, irrevocably. By 1928, the wealthiest nomads are labeled enemies of the USSR. Their property is seized, herds confiscated, and families exiled or executed. The next phase was mass collectivization. Thousands of years of nomadic herding tradition was abruptly dismantled as livestock were crammed into chaotic, disease-ridden camps. Lack of grazing, combined with grain requisitions, spelled death for most of the animals. The few healthy ones remaining were shipped off to fatten the bellies of the oligarchs in Moscow and Leningrad. When there's no food for animals, there's little food for humans. By the early 1930s, mass starvation spread across the country. 1.5 to 2 million people died, 40% of the population. Before the famine, 40 million head of livestock roamed Kazakhstan. After, fewer than 4 million, a 90% decrease. The monstrosity, a direct result of Soviet policy, didn't just decimate the population, it eradicated the heart of Kazakhstan's traditional economy and nomadic way of life. But not all hope was lost. The nomads regrouped and adapted, like they always have. Old traditions like the 7 treasures were carried forward, while new celebrations like the World Nomad Games emerged. Speaking of those treasures, we're still missing 3.
Are out here anticipating things are going to get rough.
If a beautiful woman was one of the treasures, it was only a matter of time before we found her counterpart. A man, a real man. One who exudes courage like musk. The Kazakhs say, for a real man, even 70 skills are not enough. Perhaps that's why simply being able to ride a horse out here won't land you a date. It's what you can do while riding the horse that earns you your street cred. Take your pick. There's wrestling, tossing 70 pounds of rubber goat around, snatching pouches while hanging sideways off a sprinting horse, and of course,
oh my, you know what? I'm good.
Horseback archery. varied in styles, but all featuring the fifth treasure of Kazakhstan.
2 years ago I was in Hungary,
Uh-huh.
and I get for present this bow from Master Lajos Kasai.
And who is that?
He is the best horseback archery in Europe.
Meet Aida of Kyrgyzstan. Her reputation legendary, and her shooting style unique. And is there anything special about the arrow itself? Or this is standard?
Special this side is special for the horseback archery because when I take from quiver,
yes,
I can lock it faster.
It's faster for you.
Here. Yes.
Okay.
If you want, you can try.
Wow. I can try it?
Yes, to shoot here.
Okay. Seeing that my Hungarian style and foot skills were a bit rusty, Aida suggested I keep it simple. Little did she know I happened to be a Boy Scout. Letting arrows fly was nothing new to me.
I shoot like that.
Okay. Never? We are fumbling the arrow here.
Can I show
Please, yeah.
me the best way to knock here?
Knock here, and then you keep this arm straight?
Yes.
Okay.
Try it.
Let's try this again. Imagine an apple on a head. Avoid wandering pedestrians. Steady now. Steady. Okay. Thank you so much.
So shooting upside for me it's difficult.
Why is that?
In Kyrgyzstan we don't have target upside.
Oh, you never do that?
I do it before in some championship, but never training.
Sure.
That's why for me it's very difficult. But down the targets we have. On the upside, very difficult for me.
I guess they have the upside one to practice like shooting birds or something for hunting.
Yes.
Interesting. And the down one is just like for a rabbit or fox or something, like something on the ground.
But I'm thinking sometimes that I'm running and in my back it's coming some wolf.
Wolf.
And I just shoot the wolf.
That's a good mental image. You have the wolves chasing you.
Yes.
So that was the problem. I was imagining apples and rabbits when I should have been imagining a wolf. Is there a better smell in the world than smoke right off the barbecue? I don't think so. Plov, or plow, a gift from the Persians, perfected on the Silk Road, now a staple of Kazakh feasts.
A lot of canola oil.
In massive pots hovering over open flames, each grain of rice is slowly soaked in lamb fat, golden onions, and sweet carrots. Aromatic spices like cumin and coriander seep deep into the oily goodness, while whole chunks of garlic bulbs and tender meat soften in the center.
There's a technique to this, and I don't know what it is.
Not a shred of fiber in sight. Just how we like it. But amongst all the good options, I somehow landed on the worst.
We just need food at this point. We're running an extreme calorie deficit, lots of caffeine. Skewers just disappeared into the crowd. One of those big giants came, just took them. We weren't going to fight. What are you going to do? So, yeah, we're settling for some bread.
The next morning, I tried again.
It's about 9 in the morning. No better breakfast than I can imagine. Yeah, this with some frosted flakes. Ooh, super creamy. Nice and light. That's actually delicious. That's so good.
Churned with sugar and cream, this frozen delicacy came straight from the teat of a horse.
Delicious. It's actually really delicious. I'm not just saying that. You gotta get some of this in. No?
Red Bull Charlie wasn't having it, and I don't blame him. it wasn't horse ice cream that locals were recommending.
Meat.
Yeah, I think you need to try horse meat.
Horse meat.
Horse meat.
I'd heard of the nomads' tight bond with their horses. I'd even seen it firsthand this week. But it turns out I might have missed another reason that a horse is the first of Kazakhstan's 7 treasures. Because not only is it good for riding and racing,
Welcome to our home.
but it's also good for... This is amazing. This is so good. But hold your horses. Before we eat their meat, we need to drink their milk.
Are you ready?
We're so ready. We're excited for this.
Wow. It's really refreshing. It's bubbly.
Kumis, fermented mare's milk. Typically enjoyed before the meal, the sour and slightly fizzy drink is thought to aid in digestion. And let me tell you, when you're sitting across from a platter like this, you'll need all the help you can get.
This dish is called Kazakh meat.
Kazakh meat.
Its usual name, world name, but we can say beshparmak because beshparmak this means 5 fingers.
5 fingers.
Because the tradition is to eat them by fingers.
The point is that you get the sheep's meat and you put it into its own gut.
Delicious.
Do you want more?
Not yet. Let me get some of this down.
Okay.
A lot of people in the world are surprised why Kazakh, Tatar, Bashkort, Kyrgyz, Uzbek can eat horse. It's surprising maybe, but not for us. We live in the very hard climate, so we have a winter half year. The temperature can be around 20, 30 minus degree. Necessary substances, elements like omega-3. We cannot take it from the olive oil. There is no olive trees here. Salmon, there is no sea. And horse meat contains this omega.
Really?
Yes, because horse lard is not usual. Horse lard is between animal and plants.
Really?
It's very light. And meat is very light. For example, human digest beef meat around 1 day fully. And this meat only 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours.
Wow, so horse meat is easier on your stomach. And for a side, a martini glass brimming with hardened cheese balls. Kort is a dish that you'll remember either for its outrageously salty flavor or for the story that goes with it.
If you're hungry, you just put on the mouth and you cut all the day without it.
Really?
Really.
So this is like a superfood.
Superfood
for nomads.
Yeah, for nomads, yeah.
My friend Miraj shared it with me earlier in the week. The year was 1937. Still recovering from the Great Famine, another chilling decree swept across the Soviet Union. All wives, sisters, daughters, and mothers of so-called enemies of the people were to be imprisoned. The Great Terror had begun. Stalin, in the midst of a blood-soaked power grab, waged a ruthless campaign against anyone, real or imagined, that threatened his absolute control.
Товарищи, русский должен знать, что он имеет против себя решительного врага.
Algiers, a gulag just 20 miles from where we're sitting now, became a prison for many of these women. The story goes that as inmates labored outside, local Kazakhs would stone them. The inmates, thinking it was an act of cruelty, would cower, only to realize they were not being stoned with rocks and pebbles, but with balls of nutrient-dense cheese. Cheese that would buy them another day.
It's very healthy because there is a lot of calcium.
And they probably like to make this because it stays good for a long time, doesn't go bad.
Yes. I mean, it does go bad, but you can always just cut the part that was bad.
Classic.
She's saying that's the biggest heritage to like know your like 7 grandfathers and your tribes and your history. That what makes us Kazakhs. That's how we know.
Жоқ, жеті атаны бәрін сақтады. Қазақтар оны ешбақта неткен жоқ, жоғалтқан жоқ.
Аштық болса да бәрісін сақтады.
Сақтады.
Через голод прошли, через войны, но традиции всегда соблюдали.
Вот это жеті атаны, вот это қайдан шықты, оны ешбақта қазақ жоғалтқан жоқ оны, ешбақта. Даже вот менің анам қанша міне бүкіл жеті атасын біледі, қанша неграмотный болса да. Это қазақтың қаны сіңген, кім қайдан тарады, кімдің не деп. Ауылда мысалы анам біледі, ана төкімен анау не бәрін біледі, өйткені это у них вот тут.
Yes, we have a called shejire. You will see.
Okay. And it's.
We show you.
You basically trace back 7 generations.
Yes.
Did you pass the test? Do you know 7 generations back?
That's
Lineage here is often honored with family trees.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
With these 7 generations, we unlock our 7th treasure. Wisdom. Because wisdom isn't something that's born overnight. It's passed down through stories, through struggles, and even through plates of food.
This is fried pastry with potato.
Good crunch, good crunch. With bellies full of rich, hearty foods, and even more variations of delicious cheese, this time in the form of dessert, a prayer of thanks is offered, and our meal, along with our treasure hunt, concludes.
The story is wrapped. You gotta come closer to me and talk louder.
The story is wrapped.
They gave us to-go bags, which is awesome. They filled it with not only little chocolates, but they filled it with smoked horse meat, which is actually one of the most delicious things we ate. There was a lot of candy. It's just raining from the sky here. It was really special. They basically said that they wanted to invite us in because they were so upset with the Borat film and how it portrayed Kazakh people that they wanted to show the other side, the true side of it. And so that's why they invited us into their home. And so hopefully we can do that. Like I'm saying in the taxi here, it's almost suspicious how nice people are. Like I feel like everybody's an actor, but they're not. They're just normal people. Caramel! Caramel!
What are you thinking, man? How do we end this? Tell people to subscribe or something?
Subscribe? Come on, man. If they didn't buy now, they're not going to.
Alright, then what are you thinking? What should we do?
We need something light and clever. But it can't be too clever.
How about...
Just stand. How about the... I'm so hungry, I could eat a...